that's nice.
Alright guys, this is going to be my first ever ride in Tesla. Or Tesla. I always mispronounce these things. You want to go too?
You want to go?
Yeah, heck yeah. This nice gentleman's going to give me my first ride.
We're going to have some fun.
Okay. Oh!
Thank you guys so much.
Did I? Oh. Okay, I guess I'll put my safety belt on. This is weird. I'm like, the windshield goes all the way back. So what is your name and what year Tesla is this? What model? All that good stuff.
So I'm Devon. This is a 2017 Model X. It's a 75D. The original color is actually silver.
Oh, okay.
But this is wrapped. So that's why you're getting the red on it.
Kind of like a satin red.
Yeah. Yep. And this is their 5-seater, but you could have gotten the 6-seater. I think some people call it a 7, but it's a tight 7.
I guess we'll go out to the highway since that's open. That's weird. Even just normal driving, it's got like a weird feel to it. Like a whole lot of, I don't know. You can feel the power, even when you're really not giving it a whole lot of power.
It's very smooth, and if like I'm barely pushing on the accelerator, and it likes to go.
I gotta make sure I got the camera like this when you take off, because I've seen people on videos where the camera hits them in the face.
You ready? So there were 60 already.
What?
Yeah.
You said this is not a performance model or something like that? Is that what you said?
Nope, this is just basic motors. So whenever you hear them talking about like a P75 or a P100, that P means it's got a performance motor in it.
Okay. Huh. Is there very much of a difference in the the P over the standard model? I guess is that what you call it?
Well, this one supposedly will do 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. The performance mode will do it in 2.9 seconds.
Dang.
So if you want that speed, there is a big difference.
Have you ever messed with like any shops asking for stuff that isn't available for a car? Like, check my exhaust, I think I hear something or whatever.
I put into like some quick loops and stuff to have them fill up the air in my tires, and they all just stare at me like,
why is he here?
Like, can you just put air in the tires? They're like, oh, okay. I did have one lube shop ask me to bring it back, and so they can take pictures in front of it, because I thought it was funny or ironic.
Of all places for a Tesla to be.
Yeah.
So in your normal driving, do you always like step on it pretty hard?
I actually try not to, but it really likes to take off. So, because the more you do it, the more you use your battery. So.
Where does it say how much battery you have?
Right over here. We got 172 right now.
172
miles.
Oh, okay.
Normally I can go about 230 miles on a full charge if you charge to 100%.
right now power.
Yeah. It's like turning on a light bulb. You don't wait for the combustion of gas. It's instant electricity.
Man, such a weird and different feeling.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to. So, like right now we're at 60. I'll take it. So the 0 to 60 is fast, but the 60 to whatever is just as fast.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just go, it just likes to take off.
That was a quick 80, 82 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of pushes you back.
Oh yeah. Unbelievable technology.
Yeah. Here, I can do this for you too. So right now it's actually driving itself.
Huh. Now, how does that work? Does it go off for like GPS or something?
There's 8 cameras and 16 sensors all around it.
Okay.
So it's actually looking at the lines, and then the radar is looking for the cars in front of me.
Oh, cool.
But there's 2 cameras up here. They're also looking for cars in front of us also. So I mean, it'll take curves, exits. It'll pass people if you just put your turn signal on. You can set it so you don't need a turn signal though. It'll just go around cars.
Uh-huh.
But
That's crazy.
it just does its thing.
Crazy technology. How long have you had it?
2.5 years now.
Oh, wow.
Here, we'll do this for your video. There it is. They put a whoopee cushion in the speaker.
You better slow down through here.
Okay.
Just to be on the safe side.
Normally it slows itself down because it knows the speed limit.
Huh.
But every once in a while you get in an area where it doesn't talk to Google Maps very well, so it just does its own thing.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if you can get out of a ticket like that.
No.
It's the car's fault.
And so I was showing you how the car drives itself. If I don't touch the steering wheel about every 90 seconds or so, it'll start flashing, and then you'll start hearing a chime overhead. And I think about right around 2 minutes or so, the car will actually shut down. It'll go down to 0 and put its hazard lights on.
Oh, wow.
So it needs to know that you're physically there, still participating in the car, or
Right.
it'll shut down.
Right.
I think I read somewhere like a year or so ago, there's a guy on the Golden State Bridge out in California. He was driving drunk, obviously. He had a DUI. But his car shut down on the bridge. And he tried to get out of the ticket saying, well, the car is driving itself. And they're like, no, technically you're driving and you're still drunk.
Jeez. Crazy.
But yeah, he must have fallen asleep and the car just went down to 0. Hazard lights on.
Do you get a lot of the same questions at car shows when you're showing it?
Yeah, and I actually like coming to these shows. I go everywhere with it just so people ask about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun talking about it, and you know, it's a unique car for people to see. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually from where I grew up. I grew up like northern Ohio, out in the cornfields. And when I go home, and people stare at me all the time up there. See, you don't see many of these up there.
Mm-hmm. Like seeing a spaceship or something.
Yeah.
It's super quiet.
Yeah, but really the only noise you hear is the noise of the tires on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually put some kind of foam insulation inside the tires to help quiet the tire, but you can still hear it.
Huh.
in a normal car, you have the engine to drown out all that, but
Right.
in this, all you got is the tires. And honestly, this whole time, even though we were kind of speeding up and down, I've barely touched the brakes. It's just like driving a little RC car. If you take your if you take your thumb off the throttle of the RC car, it just stops itself. This does the same thing. If I just take my foot off, it just likes to stop itself almost instantly. So I really save on brakes too, actually. Even with its speed.
You're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd ever ride in a Tesla. Is it Tesla or Tesla?
Tesla, like with an S.
Tesla. I always say it the other way. But this is pretty cool. I never thought I'd be in one. But since you're nice enough to offer, I had to take you up on it.
Oh, definitely. I go to some ride and drive events, and that's all we do is just take people for rides. But I don't show them the performance of it, though. They're normal rides.
Right.
No cut. Here?
Yeah.
You want to drive? Take it back? Drive to the rest of the way?
Sure. My hands are all sweaty.
Oh, you're fine.
I said be careful with my camera, but he's loaning me his car. Are you gonna jump in?
There you go.
All right. But what do I do?
All right, so foot on the brake. Turn it this way.
Okay, foot on the brake.
Yep. And then all you do is pull this down. This is your gear selector.
Oh, just like a regular.
Just a little bit. Yep.
Hey,
Now you're in drive.
Sweet. I'm gonna punch it.
Yeah, go ahead.
A little bit. And you feel the body actually come up.
A little bit, yeah. Even with the weight of this car, yeah.
Oh, that's the belt thingy.
Yeah.
Hey, quit. Oh, yeah.
It'll keep going until we put it on.
It's pretty cool. Lady, don't you hit me back here. Looks like you're awful close.
You can park it anywhere or stop anywhere. It's up to you.
See if your shade spot is still available. Probably not. That's weird.
Yeah, you feel that instant stop?
Yeah, you gotta keep your foot on it.
Yeah.
Is this where you were?
Yeah.
And I did not crash.
And then push up a little bit further. There you go, you're in reverse.
Will it go equally as fast in reverse?
Maybe not as fast, but pretty fast.
Am I too close?
No, you're good.
I can pull up and do it again if you want.
Yeah, all right.
You gotta open the doors.
There's room. And then this is your park. You're in park, and then this is how you open the doors. You can just tap the buttons and...
Now that's like a spaceship.
Yeah.
That's cool. Ooh, gotcha.
Got it?
Yeah. Oh God. Showing off.
Yeah. That's it.
That is cool. Oh. Very nice. That's awesome.
Nice car, huh? You got a chance to drive it. How'd it feel?
Fast.
Just accelerated. Did it feel like an accelerated pedal was there? You know, like it feel like it wasn't, you know, like you pressed down, but you're like pressing down on air. Is that how it felt?
Now it still feels like a pedal.
Oh, okay.
feels normal on accelerator, but you don't use the brake that much. Is the difference.
wow.
It likes
Oh,
to stop
okay.
It's
itself.
just right now power, and when you let off the accelerator,
It slows down.
yeah.
It's like instantly
Drag.
slowing down.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car. It's a future of cars.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that had to have been a wonderful experience.
It's crazy. Very different.
How was the ride? Was it bumpy or was it real soft and smooth?
Very smooth and super quiet. So you can't see any of the batteries, huh?
No, the base of the car
Is the batteries?
it's almost like one big battery, but they're made out of individual, almost like AA batteries. They're all in a huge series. I don't know how many there are. They're not exactly AA, but they look like them if you tear them apart.
Uh-huh.
And then they put them into bigger cells, and they take the bigger cells to make one big battery. So the whole base of the car, if you look underneath it, it's flat. And it looks like one big battery.
Wow. Very interesting.
And then there is a regular battery here for like your cigarette lighter and stuff like that.
Stereo and whatnot.
Yep. Oh, here, I'll show you where I charge it.
It's not gonna do it. I ain't got good trouble.
I have a Chevy truck.
Well, once they come up with their sports car again, you'll get that again.
Well, they got the truck.
That's the charge port.
That is slick. Oh wow, even that's motorized.
Yeah.
It's probably dirty out there.
Unbelievable.
I didn't get time to wipe it down today. Not running all day.
I think I hit pop.
Well, you gonna go buy you one?
I don't have any money. I can buy a picture of one. Driverless car.
Well, I tell you, technology is just something else.
Ghost Rider.
I've never seen that before. Now does that obviously come with the car? Does it come with the app and everything, or you have to download?
It comes with everything.
That's ridiculous.
See, now he's really showing off.
Yeah, he sure is. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's something else.
So I just, within 150 miles, or many feet, 150 feet. Yeah, so
Damn, you
I'm-
go way-
I'm at feet. I can pick the location that I want to go to, and I just tell it to go.
That's ridiculous. Golly. Technology is just too much. That's bad. I've never seen that before. Do all of them do that? All the tests?
They do. For Auto Summon and Pilot, they do.
Really?
If you want full self-drive, you got to pay for higher steps.
Wow.
Can't find it.
That's crazy. I'm glad you did that. That was a nice little show. Can you make the mirrors fold out?
Not while it's driving itself.
Oh, really? That's just...
What about, could you go down a drag strip like that?
At that speed.
Oh, slow, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that's as fast as it goes by itself.
That's ridiculous.
Well, you didn't go very far.
It's got a whoopee cushion feature.
Whoopee.
Very nice.
Oh, I seen that.
Dang, honey. What?
I got my daughter and her friends in here, and I can do it with my key.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just driving and it'll do it, and I just sit back. Like,
Who was that? Me.
it makes
No
her
more
mad.
ice cream. No more ice cream for you.